weekend updates. The first update I have for you is the updated schedule for next week. As you can see, it's labeled October 12th through October 16th. And so the attendance in each class has been reset based upon what your registered schedule has you listed as. And it should be accurate in terms of who would like to come to class and who would like to meet online. But if you find that your name is somehow in the in-class section and it should be on the online, go ahead and move that. And then also, I wanted to steer your attention into some important updates. So if you scroll down, you will see that your name might be listed here. So if your name is listed here, it's because this is your off week for Intro to Interior Design, meaning that this is the week that technically you should be fully online, and the other sections will be meeting in person. So you might want to maintain that, and that's fine. You are still responsible for getting the in-class activity done by Friday, the end of this upcoming week. Tuesday is the first section of intro for the week. So that is when the in-class activity will be introduced and then posted to e-learning. So you can get into it on Tuesday if your name is on this list and you want to go ahead and get started on that and work on that. Or if you'd rather attend class, you can go ahead and put your name on any spot that is open for the in-class, up to 12. So for instance, on Tuesday, it looks like there's only one desk available. You can add your name to the online section. We can have unlimited people in the online section. And so how this will work is, as you see, this Intro to Interior Design class is from 10:20 a.m. to 12:20 p.m. And so these are all the people that I am expecting to see in person. And this is the person or people that I will be expecting to meet online. And so my intention is, and this applies for all of the classes, is that I will get started with all of the in-class students. And then by 11 a.m., by a half hour or so into class, I can meet via Zoom as a group with the online students, and I can get you started with the instructions for the in-class activity. We can go over homework, we can do desk crits, we can use the time however you need. So anybody has the option to add their name to any of the online sections where they would like to meet. However, the names that are listed here right now are the names that I will be expecting to meet. Granted, you might be absent or not be able to make this time. So go ahead and move your name to another date that might work for you. And if that is still an issue, schedule a private meeting with me using the Calendly under my office hours and my signature, because we can always meet one-on-one. And those meetings can be in addition to our in-person and online meetings as well. The other thing that I wanted to draw your attention to was, this especially applies for the people who are listed to come to class on Friday. As you all know, because I've been plugging it all week, on Friday we have the Germs and Design presentation. It's a Zoom guest presentation. Many of you are already registered, so that's awesome. That is from 11 to 12, so it cuts right in the middle of our class time. But actually, because we have an in-class activity, and it's at 11, so we have about 40 minutes where we can do some really great desk crits, we can have some good discussions, and then for the hour that presentation is, I am asking everybody to bring their laptops or their tablets or their phone or however they planned to come to the presentation, and just set it up on your desk, put yourself on mute, throughout the presentation, and just listen and watch while you work at your desk. So I'm assuming this is probably how you would have done it at home anyway. But this way we can tune in during class and still get some work done and have some time before and after the presentation. The same will be true for any students listed under the online section for Friday as well. So because we have limited time before the presentation, I'm asking if it's possible to meet at 10 a.m. instead of 10:20 with the online students. So we can get you squared away and you can be ready to log in at 11 for the presentation. About the presentation. So even though the students listed here, that will be a part of your attendance in class. So definitely make sure if you're one of these students that you are registered so you can get the access link. So attending the presentation is optional. You don't have to. I know not everybody may even be available. So we are going to also record the presentation and post it to the Lemonade series, which is now its own YouTube playlist. It's currently unlisted, and I will share the link with everybody and you can subscribe to it because there's some good content there already. There's the 3-hour recording from last Saturday's virtual salon there. However, if you want to attend the presentation in real time or watch it at a later date, there will be a handout with a few questions about your responses and your reactions to the information for you to fill out, and you will get some extra credit towards your participation grade. So if you are one of the students who I haven't actually met yet because various reasons you've had issues, family issues, personal issues, you haven't been able to make it in person or to any of the online meetings, that would be a great opportunity for you to get some participation points. And then we can talk about hopefully a plan for success moving forward because we are about a quarter way through the semester and the deadline to withdraw officially from the class is coming up. I can make that date known to you. And so if you are one of the students that maybe you haven't turned anything in and we haven't talked, and you haven't, even logged in to Dropbox, let's talk, let's catch up, let's find a path for success for the semester, or perhaps discuss maybe trying again next year. Because I do not want to set anybody up for failure of the class. So feel free to reach out to me. There's no, penalization. It's been a hard semester for all of us. And I'm saying this coming out of quarantine myself. For those that didn't know, I've been in quarantine. But I will be approved to come to campus on Monday and we'll be full steam ahead in person next week. And so I will be uploading that extra credit handout to e-learning. We'll put it on the intro. I'll put it on everybody's e-learning actually. And we'll call it, we'll put it in the in-class activity folder, since it kind of is an in-class activity. And also down here, I know it helps when you're planning your schedule, deciding what day you might want to attend. And so I've created the proposed agendas for what we will be doing in class. So if it's your week to be off and fully online, and we don't get a chance to meet because you haven't signed up for an online meeting, it's really easy to think or feel that you don't have any work. But there are still things being updated on e-learning, and the other students that meet online and in person are getting those updates. So I just want to make sure everybody is actually getting all the information they need and fully understanding the updates of what's out there. So this week in 1490, which is Design Communication 1, we are going to recap the results and findings from Assignment 1, which is the workspace assignment where you created a program and some bubble diagrams and a floor plan for your space. So I'm going to go through those this weekend and find some common issues or anything that came up. You won't be getting your individual grades yet for that, but I'm going to look through it for some commonalities so we can discuss them in class. And then we will also review any progress or answer any questions for Assignment 2, which is due Friday, the end of the week. And then we will have a freehand drawing in-class exercise, and we will provide the paper for you. And while we're doing that, we'll review content from Lecture 2, which will be posted by tomorrow. Just so you know, there will be a new lecture posted tomorrow. It's actually going to be Lecture 1, Part 2 of the Design for Communication. And it will be discussing schematic design drawings, which is what we will be starting to do in the upcoming weeks. And then for 1500, we are going to review the design elements and principles, the graphic design principles, and the universal design principles. So last week we had some new additions to the ever-growing list of design elements and principles. And then those are also things that you are applying to your Assignment 2, which is the photographing elements and principles in public space and then explaining it. So if you haven't already, there are 2 lectures posted about graphic design principles and universal design principles. So to prepare for class, please watch those if you haven't already. They will also help you with your assignment. We will also have an in-class activity in this class as well. And we will have the introduction to Assignment 3. So the next assignment that comes after your photographing assignment, which is due Friday. So I know a lot of people have almost finished it, and others are still working on it. So we do have quite a large class, and everybody is on their own schedule and pacing, and that's absolutely great. But I just want to make sure that there are assignments ready and available for students who are ready to get a head start on that. We will also discuss the extra credit questions that you'll have for the Germs and Design presentation on Friday, just to make sure that everybody who wants to do that understands the questions, and we can talk about it before you watch the presentation so you can think about it while our speaker is talking. And again, the in-class activity for Intro to Interior Design will be on Tuesday, because that is when the first section of that class meets for the week. The in-class exercise for 1490 Design Communication will be posted on Monday, because that is when the first section of this class meets. So there are the updates. This is live. Go in here, start updating it, rearranging anything you need to do. Feel free to make any changes throughout the week. I know things come up. So a few hours ahead of our scheduled meeting time, I am going to send out a Zoom invitation with the link. So that will go to anybody whose name is currently listed on the online portion. Obviously, if you're in person and you sign up, I will see you. But if you want that Zoom access link and you're planning to meet online, make sure your name is down here. So that's the update for the Google Sheet, but there have been some other updates. So I have noticed that our work is getting larger. We're submitting documents that are quite large. E-learning is not used to dealing with students in the architectural and design fields. So not only like the video files that you're submitting, but are also going to be submitting large documents throughout the rest of the semester. So this is something that I think will work much better for us. I have created a shared student folder. So you will get, later this afternoon, you will get an invitation to edit, which means you will have access to it. We're going to share this folder together. When you open it, you will see that there is a folder for all students in both 1500 and 1490. And then inside your folder, you will want to have 2 other folders. So we can use this as a one-stop shop for anything you need to turn in for either class. So for example, and I'm just pulling this up for example, I started one, FCS 1500 Intro to Interiors. So you will want one of those folders, but you will also want FCS 1490 Design Communication 1. Do that. If I wrote communication, it would cut off. But so you will want to make sure you have both of those. It will take me forever if I were to go into everyone's folder and make sure everybody has those 2 folders. There's a few people that will already have one in there. I started doing this for demonstration purposes. But I will, once you have access to it, say you want to turn something in for intro, you can go right into your folder, click, and submit it right into here. And it will be similar to as if you were just saving your file to a specific folder on your computer. That's what it feels like, essentially. So you can click, you can put them in. If you have something that you want to talk about that maybe doesn't fit either one of those, you can put it in the outside area. This whole folder is just for you, and it will fit any size document that you need. And I will, as I start going through and grading things and taking inventory of all of the deliverables that you guys have turned in, I am going to save them to your folder. So anytime I go on Dropbox, I have the option to download everybody's assignment, which is how I will be able to get in and grade your assignment. So then I will just resave your assignment. Chances are you will have multiple files. You'll have one that is your original submission, and if I provide feedback or any type of review or critique, I will also put a folder or a file in here that'll be like KB feedback 1 assignment 3. So you'll see exactly when our feedbacks have happened and what was said, and that will be documented for you. And so this will solve any problems where e-learning is letting us down, or even email has a size limit. So let me know if you have a problem accessing your folder. You won't need permission like with a Google Doc. It'll just say, I've shared this folder with you. Click here to edit. And once you click there, then you will officially have full access to this folder. And so everybody has their own folder, and hopefully this will work for us. So I'm thinking the Google Sheets is working for us for like scheduling purposes and attendance, and now this will be able to work better than e-learning for turning work in or just communicating in general if there's any type of documentation between us. It's an archive, which is really nice. So those are the updates. Remember to make sure you can access both the Google Sheets and this Dropbox folder. It might require you to have a Dropbox. I've done this with other classes in the past, and I never heard any negative feedback or complaints, so it might not. But the Dropbox Basic is free, so that would just be, signing up with your email address and a password. And then you have a cloud storage as well, so you can create your own private folders as well, for any of your other work. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great weekend and look forward to a new lecture for Design Communication 1 tomorrow. And I will see everybody in class or via Zoom this week. Thank you so much. Bye.